What's going on, guys? It's Asal, and today we're going to be talking about some things that will help you succeed in the tanks in Battlefield 4. We're going to be going over the best loadout, as well as some tips that will both help you get kills, as well as survive longer when you're in the tank. Let's jump right into the loadout. Now keep in mind there are sometimes multiple good options based on your situation and or your personal preference. Now for the main shell, the choice is between either the AP shell or the Sabo shell. Now these are the two shells that offer the highest damage per second. Now where they differ is the Sabo shell has a higher velocity while the AP shell does more splash damage. They are equal in damage against a single target, so the decision has to be made whether you want an easier time hitting enemy tanks and helicopters or you want an easier time hitting infantry with the main shell with that splash damage. Now most of the time the AP shell will be the best option, but if you find yourself going against only vehicles or you want to make a montage of you shooting down helicopters, then the Sabo shell will be the better option. For your secondary, the HMG will be the best option. It's great at taking out infantry, but it can also do damage to light armored vehicles, which is really important because this is excellent for just putting a few shots into a helicopter or other light armored vehicle to just finish them off, because with the LMG you can shoot them all day and it won't do anything. Now it might be easier to hit infantry with the LMG, but the HMG is a lot more versatile and is a better overall option once you learn how to use it. Now it's worthwhile to note that the HMG has substantial spread. Now I wasn't actually doing this in the gameplay you're seeing, but tap firing will be the best option here despite what I'm doing on screen. Regarding your countermeasure, I find that active protection is the way to go. It simply just works very well. Rather than preventing a lock-on, active protection will actually detonate a projectile before it hits you. Now the other countermeasures basically make it harder for your enemy to hit you, but active protection simply ensures that you don't get hit no matter what, assuming it's not on cooldown. So there isn't a whole lot of competition right here, so I would say active protection is the countermeasure of choice. Your optics really are all about personal preference, but I do find that the thermal optics work very well for me, as it's really easy to pick out enemies who are very far away that I might not have seen otherwise. Now I do find that I sometimes tunnel vision with the thermal optics, but for the most part they help me see potential threats a lot easier and a lot sooner than I normally would have without it. For the upgrade, Autoloader is the best straight DPS increase, but if you find you are being locked onto a lot, thermal camo is another good option. In order to do well in a tank, there are a few good things to keep in mind. Now having a good loadout will definitely help, but your game sense is what's really going to make the biggest difference. Now first of all, you want to keep your distance when you're in the tanks. It's very tempting to just get right in the middle of the action because, well, you're literally a tank, so I can understand that. But once you get too far behind enemy lines, it is very easy for you to be overwhelmed. As a tank driver, you do not want to be fighting on multiple fronts because you are not very agile to begin with, so getting away could be quite difficult. Now, if you know there are only a few enemies in an area, then feel free to take them out, charge that area, or capture the objective, whatever you're doing, but just be aware of that vulnerability that you do have. Second, you really want to stick with your team. Even when you are keeping your distance, if you aren't with your team, it won't take long for the enemy team to advance on just a single tank. A single tank in Battlefield 4 does not function overly well. You really need that infantry support. You need your team to be protecting you, and your best bet to make that happen when you're not playing with your friends is just to stick with them, just follow them around, because you can't trust them to stick with you, so it's your best bet to stick with them. This might seem obvious, but playing as an engineer with an RPG and a repair tool will help immensely. You can both hide and repair your tank after taking heavy damage, as well you're able to hop out of your tank and RPG an enemy tank in a pinch if you do find that you are losing a fight. Even better, you can have your gunner run with the same setup, and this will result in a very deadly duo. I hope you found these tips to be helpful and useful, and if you have, I'd really appreciate a like on this video. Now if you want to see more stuff just like this, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Now everyone, this has been Asal, and I will see you guys next time.